Turkish style.
UIM Moto Surf World Championship returned to Çeşme, Turkey for a second consecutive year, with the stunning Aegean destination to host the opening round of the season. As the first stop on the 2026 calendar, Çeşme welcomed riders from around the world eager to make an early statement in the championship fight. Framed by crystal clear waters, historic stone architecture and a vibrant seaside atmosphere, Çeşme provided a spectacular backdrop for Motosurf's unique blend of speed, skill and precision. Overlooking the bay, the iconic Çeşme Castle stood as a reminder of the town's rich history, while the bustling marina, popular with tourists and sailors from around the world, added to the lively atmosphere surrounding the event. The Çeşme course challenged competitors with a demanding combination of tight turns, changing water conditions and high-speed sections.
The track is quite technical. You have to be careful about the waves. Sometimes they can catch you off guard when you're going, especially when you're going on the long laps. There the waves can be a little bit tricky, but if you manage that, you can have quite a solid pace on the track. So.
With 93 riders from 19 countries, the opening round in Çeşme marked the beginning of another thrilling championship campaign. Riders from around the world gathered on the Aegean coast, all chasing the same goal: victory in the first event of the season and an early advantage in the championship standings. With valuable championship points on the line and the new season officially underway, the stage was set for another unforgettable chapter in the UIM Moto Surf World Championship. Moto surf action in Çeşme got underway with the junior categories, where the sport's youngest talents were the first to take on the challenging conditions of the opening round. Throughout the weekend, the junior competition was split into its respective boys and girls categories, with both delivering exciting racing and impressive performances. In the junior boys category, Stanislav Kohut turned his strong performances in qualifying and the heats into victory in the final, claiming his first win of the Moto Surf season. Behind him, Maximilian Rushka secured second place, while Leo Lichal Kratoshvili completed the podium in third after a consistent weekend of racing. The junior girls category produced one of the closest battles of the event. Ellen Burdova, Nela Podnikova and Bibiana Bubnikova were separated by only small margins throughout qualifying, and their rivalry carried into the final. Starting from the front, Ellen Burdova maintained her lead and controlled the race to secure victory in the opening round of the season. Nela Podnikova followed home in second, while Bibiana Bubnikova completed the podium in third. In the elite women's category, all eyes were on Eliška Maruškova after a perfect weekend in the heats, where she delivered an impressive 4-from-4 performance. Her dominant form made her the rider to watch heading into the final. Close behind, Sara Zhubarova had also shown impressive speed and consistency throughout the heats. Regularly challenging at the front of the field, she demonstrated the pace needed to compete with the favourites and looked increasingly confident as the weekend progressed. Meanwhile, Aneta Shlukalova emerged as a potential dark horse. Consistent performances throughout the weekend suggested she could surprise the favourites and challenge for a place on the podium. Let's head over to the course and join our live commentary team for the Elite Women's Final.
The flag drops and the MY35 Club Turkish Style Grand Prix of Turkey gets underway for the Elite Women's Final. And it's the perfect start for Eliška Maruškova. And Neta Shtukilova's made a charge forward. Not the greatest of launches for Sara Zhubarova. We've had somebody go in the first buoy, so already there's been a bit of a disaster for a couple of riders. It's Luke Scheider. Luke Scheider's gone, I'm afraid. That's a disaster for Linda Luke Scheider. But so far so good for Maruškova. And Neta Shtukilova is the one who's gone with her. out through the buoys and into the end of the first lap then. So it is a fantastic start for Matuszkova, and Stukalova has jumped ahead of Sada Zubarova. What a performance from Stukalova so far though. There is Sturchilova working her way forward as she tries to chase after Gorodova, and Yanoris made an absolute flyer up into P6. Neta Stukalova really hustling Eliska Matuszkova's every move here, but there's only 2 seconds between them, and Barbara Kononova has really stepped up the attack. Zubarova decided to take the long lap on the first lap. That's her method, that's her tactic of getting back into this one. So Matuszkova and Stukalova still running on. Now, is Matuszkova perhaps going to look at the same tactic she's always employed? Get the long laps in last, build the gap, because look, immediately Barbara Kononova has decided the only way I'm going to match Matuszkova and Stukalova is I'm going to get this long lap done early. I'm going to get the advantage back. Eliska, she's one of those riders who looks emphatically fast, but she's not as committed into the buoys as some of the others, and she allows herself the chance to just ease up off the power and let the mistake happen organically. She doesn't really fall off the board as such, but she slows her pace, and that's how she gets her control. That's where her consistency comes from.
That's part of the reason why I call her an AI. I think she's somehow connected to the board. I do this thing when I train where I kind of imagine that I am one of these faster girls, and
Ooh, Eliska, that's the first time we've really seen Matuszkova in any form of jeopardy. She just tangled there with Laura Markova, and that is about as scary as it gets without having an actual accident. And she's gone! That's the first mistake all week from Eliska Matuszkova. That just shows you how tough it is. Even the world champion is struggling, and is that going to be the chance for Sada Zubarova? She's 2 long laps in, and so is Stukalova. So Matuszkova's built an advantage, but it's taking Eliska Matuszkova quite some time now to get herself back on the board. This could be the open door for Sada Zubarova. Eliska Matuszkova, the first mistake we've seen from the world champion all week long, and it comes in the final, and now the race leader is Sada Zubarova, and with 2 long laps already taken, there goes Barbara Kononova down into the water as well, and I think Rosalia Janora's had an off, so it's absolutely kicking off everywhere, but this is Sada Zubarova's opportunity, and Eliska Matuszkova, there's more problems. I think this could be a race-ending problem for Eliska Matuszkova. The world champion could well be out.
when you fall, it's really hard to get back up and to make that next very sharp turn.
Well, Matuszkova has gone on to the long lap to try and counteract the problem, but oh dear, this is not the way Eliska Matuszkova was hoping to renew her World Championship attack. We're going to see the second incident. She washes out as she tries to come back in. Oh, that's Rosalia Janora's off there. So Rosalia Janora having her incident almost in quick succession with Eliska Matuszkova, but now this is the opportunity for Sada Zubarova. Well, here's one of the ladies who's been able to take advantage of the slip-ups, Barbara Kononova, just 15 years of age for La Cucina Nera. This is a big opportunity for her as well. Is this just a changing of the guard, or is it one of those flashes in the pan? But I tell you what, even Aneta Stukalova is struggling. Is that another fall for Matuszkova? Yet again! Just one fall breeds another fall, breeds another fall. We see it so many times. If you lose the composure once, it's so hard to get back into the rhythm and flow again. Oh, this is painful for Eliska Matuszkova. Perfect all week, and in the final, it all comes away. Even Sada Zubarova struggling to finish off, but she knows she's got the job done, and the Turkish Grand Prix goes the way of Sada Zubarova. The Slovakian, 16 years of age, has worked to the bone, and it is an incredible fight from Sada Zubarova. She gets the job done in incredible fashion.
After a fiercely contested final, Sada Zubarova emerged victorious, delivering a strong performance to claim the first elite women's win of the season. Crossing the line just behind the winner, Barbara Kononova secured an impressive second-place finish, while Aneta Stukalova completed the podium in third after a consistent and determined race.
I feel amazing. At the start of this final, it was really tight. I was at fourth place, and I managed to win, so I'm so happy for that. And it was quite great experience. So my goal for this season is to be world champion. So I'm hoping for that, and I will do anything for that I can be.
The action continued with the Masters categories. In the Women's Masters category, the racing remained close from qualifying through to the final, with the leading riders separated by only small margins throughout the weekend. One rider who stood out early was Lee Eun-jin, who delivered a perfect 3 from 3 performance in qualifying, establishing herself as the rider to beat heading into the final. Despite pressure from her rivals, she maintained her advantage throughout the final to claim victory in the opening round of the season. Close behind, Jennifer Beckman secured second place after a consistent weekend of racing, while Ekaterina Vengerova completed the podium in third. The competition in the Masters men's category delivered another exciting chapter of racing. Kim Down made an impressive start to the season by achieving a perfect 4 from 4 record in the heats. While the battle for second and third changed hands several times throughout the race, Kim Down never relinquished the lead, controlling the action from start to finish and securing a dominant victory. Unfortunately, Kim Down was unable to attend the podium ceremony. In his absence, Lee Eun-jin accepted the winner's trophy on his behalf. Behind him, Petr Faltyšek claimed second place after a strong performance, while Yuri Renner completed the podium in third. In the stock category, all eyes were on Adam Kolar, whose impressive qualifying performances and determination made him one of the standout riders of the weekend. Consistently fast throughout the sessions, he established himself as a leading contender heading into the final. Close behind was Adam Janosek, who matched Kolar's qualifying score with an impressive 54 points, setting up what promised to be a thrilling battle between the two riders. Another rider attracting attention was Kim Down, whose strong pace throughout the weekend suggested he could challenge the favourites and play a key role in the fight for the podium. Let's head over to the course and join our live commentary team for the stock final.
The flag is in the air. We'll see which one gets the victory in the final of the stock category here in the Turkish Grand Prix. Big charge forward from Kim Down. He's going to make his way forward level with Janosek and move slightly in front. But can he barrel round the outside? No, he can't. So he has to tuck back in. A great start as well from Jan Travnicek. He gets a good launch as we work our way into the slalom for the first time. And it's going to be an absolute dogfight between Adam Kolar and Adam Janosek as who gets out first. Will it be the teenager? It is. Adam Kolar hits the front. And an amazing start for Adam Kolar in front of Janosek. The race is on for the championship final here in Turkey. What a great chance. And now Kim Down has got to work doubly hard to catch up. That's Hassan Bouabas. He's worked his way through into 5th place. Good start. Excellent performance thus far. And so it's going to be an interesting challenge as the riders work their way forward. Kolar, Janosek, Kim Down, Jan Travnicek and Hassan Bouabas. He's gone for the long lap early here, Stan. So this is a good opportunity for Bouabas to pick up some time. So now the competitors working their way through the slalom. Good work and good pace from Adam Kolar. Pacing himself, giving himself that opportunity to work himself into a good rhythm. Janosek is still right behind him though. Close enough to really be affected by the white water. Will Janosek be the first one to blink and take the long lap? Or what about Kim Down? Don't forget how strong he was in the Masters men final. Let's see what he can do in the stock. Is he going to go the long lap? No, he's going to stay on the course and hustle Janosek. Interesting tactics. Neither of the top 3 men going for the long lap at this stage. They want to see if they can edge into each other's headspace. It's always tricky. Kolar nearly dropping it there, Stan. And again, it is really choppy out there.
That was really close.
Really choppy, these waves, and they are struggling on the far side. Even Kim Down is starting to find it a bit of a pressure cooker as they come through that far part of the Buoy. There's a competitor in front, and that's enough! Oh, Kolar's gone! Kolar had to react to Jan Matoshka, and unfortunately, that was enough! And down goes Adam Kolar. This is what I was talking about when we were saying it was going to be unpredictable. Janosek comes through for the lead. Kim Down now in a second, and Adam Kolar is going to have to make a comeback. Kim Down hustling his every move. Janosek, 3 wins out of 4 so far this week. So it's always been an interesting one to see how they can continue to make the battle go. Kim Down really hustling Janosek as they go through the white water. And this is where Kim Down can use all those years of experience. He's managed to find his way in front of Adam Janosek. Janosek has had a slow run through the slalom. Now he takes to the long lap. So Kim Down has found his man and overtaken Adam Janosek in the slalom. and he's going to remain in front of Travnicek. Oh, big face full of water for Kim Down. Even the legendary Korean is finding it tricky out there. It is glorious sunshine, but it is very strong winds and therefore very big waves. It is going to be very close indeed between Down and Janusek. Where is Janusek going to filter back out? Oh, he just misses him. So Kim Down has managed to jump Adam Janusek. It's a perfect run through from Kim Down. He only comes out about a second and a half behind Kim Down, but that was close, Stan. And when you are running the ragged edge like that, you have to second guess yourself. Are you going to hesitate or are you going to commit? So difficult.
There's also from the back the people, you see, they're coming here.
Oh, and off, yeah, that was a big fall for Travnicek, I think. Travnicek, who was following in the whitewater of Janusek. Janusek really had to commit at the end of the lap there to stay in front of Suguru Ikeda. So Travnicek fell into the water in the slalom. That's cost him some time, and Kolar has come back in his second place. This isn't done yet. And what's happened to Kim Down? Kim Down's dropped back into 5th position. Kim Down's had a fall somewhere. So Kim Down is a long way back. So now it's between Adam Kolar and Janusek. Janusek has got to keep it going on the long lap. Hang on a minute. No, he didn't take it.
No,
Janusek didn't take the last long lap. I can't believe it. Adam Janusek did not commit to the final long lap. He's only done 2. He should have done 3. Adam Janusek has thrown this win away, surely. So now it's going to be Adam Kolar, just 4.5 seconds behind him. Kolar has come back from the brink, and it looks as though Kolar is going to get this done. Janusek is only going to complete 2 long laps. That's not enough. Janusek will come through. 10 laps completed, checkered flag, but it's Adam Kolar who is going to get this.
Look,
he's just realised what he's done. And it's going to be Adam Kolar then from Hassan Bawabas. Jan Travnicek didn't do it either. He's also missed the long lap. So down Kim is going to come through to finish on 10 laps and 3. I cannot believe the way this final has gone.
After a fiercely contested stock final, Adam Janusek was the first rider to cross the finish line. However, following a post-race review, officials determined that he had failed to complete his 3rd mandatory long lap, resulting in a penalty. As a result, Adam Kolar, who'd been running close behind throughout the race, was promoted to victory and claimed the win in the opening round of the season. Hassan Bobas moved up to 2nd place, while Alexander Lana completed the podium in 3rd.
I feel blessed, like I came 3rd. First time podium in stock ever. I've been doing this for 5 years now. Hard work, and it feels so amazing. And I started at 9th position, so I mean, I can't believe it. It's unscribable. Actually, the first 2 laps I felt really cool and calm, collected, so I started singing a song. My song is like Salt No Swing. So I started singing that for like 2 laps, and then I just wanted to vomit. And then I was getting all this salt water in my mouth. The worst and the best experience in my life, I promise. So, amazing.
Yes. It was an amazing race, an incredible race. I start the final race in position 6, and I ended up in 2nd place. All that because the secret of Kuwaiti power. See you next race.
The race was really fun. It was really windy, but there weren't a lot of waves. I lead the final, but in a second lap I fell down. So, but after that I hit a great comeback to the second place. It was really tough because Travnicek, Kim Down, Janusek, everyone was like riding great, the best they can. So I really love this sport.
In the elite men's category, one rider who immediately caught the attention of the paddock was Maciej Novotny, who dominated the qualifying sessions and established himself as the man to beat heading into the final. Close behind him was fellow contender and teammate Lukas Zahorski, whose pace throughout the weekend suggested he would be a serious challenger for victory. The 2 teammates had been locked in a fierce battle from the very beginning, creating one of the most intriguing storylines of the event. Another rider generating plenty of expectations was Alex Lukscheider. Consistently competitive throughout the weekend, he showed the speed and determination needed to challenge for the podium. Let's head over to the course and join our live commentary team for the Elite Men's Final.
For the elite final of the 2026 MY35 Club Turkish Style Grand Prix. It's underway, and it's a cracking start from Novotny. Lukas Zahorski is going to have to work hard to keep Alex Lukscheider off him as they come to the first buoy. Into the inside line. Lukscheider goes wide side, and that could be enough to get to the inside line for the next buoy. They go to the opposite sides in the slaloms, and it's absolutely stunning for Matthias Novotny. No issues so far as they work their way forward. Lukscheider and Zahorski are going to be at each other's throats on the exit. Novotny comes through, but who's going to be first of the other two? It's Zahorski. He just hangs on. Lukscheider's come out behind Michailidis. How did Michailidis come through in third position? What a start from the Cypriot. Absolutely emphatic from Mike in his first ever elite final to come through in P3 as Mike Michailidis, the 18-year-old from Cyprus, throws himself into the mix, and he's third in his first ever elite final. Wow!
I think Matthias definitely keeps the challenge for Zahorski, because even though Lucas is doing it for fun, I know Lucas does not like losing.
Matthias Novotny showcasing his prowess. Novotny has gone for the first long lap, so Zahorski takes the lead for the time being, but it's only 3.5. That's not going to be enough for Zahorski once it all settles out. 3 long laps, of course, in the 10 laps of the race final we've got, but it is not going to be easy for Lukas Zahorski to overhaul. In fact, Novotny's gained half a second. That's the form he's in. As Zahorski goes for the long lap, Novotny's going to come out almost 7 seconds clear as it currently stands. Novotny is just in the form of his life. Michailidis has got back in front of Lukscheider, who is now on 2 long laps. Now that's critical. Lukscheider's taken more long laps than anybody. Oh, and in goes Michailidis. Michailidis, a fabulous run in third position up to that point. And now reality checks have come back in for Mike Michailidis, who's now on the 3rd long lap. So 3 long laps for Novotny and 2 for Zahorski. So it's all down to Lukas Zahorski. How much time can he gain in the last 2.5 laps? If he can get to about 10 seconds, then he's got a chance of pitching ahead of Matthias Novotny. But Lukscheider, he wants to secure this. But hang on a minute, is that Novotny? Yeah. Novotny's gone in!
That was Zahorski that's in the water.
Zahorski, my apologies. Novotny was tripping over whoever it was that went in, so Novotny had a little bit of a slip up there, trying to avoid whoever it was that went in. I think that might have been Miroslav Kopch, actually. So now Novotny's got, and we've got another one down in the long lap. So I don't know if that was Michailidis or not, but certainly Novotny, if he didn't fall in, he was certainly impeded, so that's going to cost him some time. But now that Zahorski's taken his 3rd long lap, it comes back to Novotny, so Zahorski is in 2nd place. And so now Matthias Novotny has just got a lap and a half to go. He's just got to skip over these final waves through the slalom 2 more times, and then he will open his 2026 account with a win in the Turkish Grand Prix. What a performance from Matthias Novotny so far. He comes into the slalom right side for the last time. It's been an immaculate week, and despite the fact that he's slowed the pace right down, he doesn't need to push, he just needs to navigate the right and the left for the last time. The Turkish Grand Prix 2026 is won by Matthias Novotny. An absolutely commanding week.
After a hard-fought and action-packed race, Matthias Novotny crossed the line in first place to claim the win. Lukas Zahorski secured 2nd place after a strong and consistent performance, while Alex Lukscheider completed the podium in 3rd.
I think everyone will say the same. It's windy and wavy, but everyone has the same conditions, so there are no excuses for anyone. And it was very hard. It was very hard. Well, of course, I could have done much better, but it is what it is. And what I can do is focus on the next race.
It was a good race, very difficult. Tough conditions. Matthias rode like hell. I couldn't catch him, so he very well deserves the win. Came 2nd. Yeah, actually what I expected in these conditions. I don't feel 100%. I did great qualification, so next time I'll need to continue on that, and I'm looking forward for home race in Czechia.
I feel amazing because the conditions was very hard, and I started from 1st and finished on the 1st. It was a little bit hard race, but I managed to the first place, and thank you very much.
And with that, the opening round of the 2026 UIM Motosurf World Championship came to a close. After an exciting weekend of intense racing in Cheshme, the championship journey is officially underway. The riders now turn their attention to the next stop on the calendar as the fight for the championship points continues. We'll see you at the next event in Czechia.